What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for Merrowstrand, episode 26.
It's Tuesday. It's
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
26, one of the most worthless birthdays ever.
What?
I feel like there's a story there that I don't know if we can go into on stream.
I mean, everything except for this last birthday was the worst birthday ever. So just
get
put that out there.
Tell me about your previous life.
Could have been better. Adam's like 1 out of 10. Could have been better.
Well, Timmy, if you'd start living your life as a gay woman. Oh,
Actually,
man.
I'd do it as a gay frog because of the water.
Makes the freaking frogs die.
What riveting conversation.
Oh.
Hey, there it is.
This is what you wait all week for. Shut up.
No.
I hate it so much.
Wow, chat. Look at you. You
I
look
do.
pretty out there.
I really do.
Hey, chat.
I really do. Who's got big announcements they want to let the community know about before we get started?
TwitchCon, baby.
Oh,
You can find me at the Beacon booth this weekend. I will be working there until my feet fall off. So if you want to have a schedule a meeting with the Beacon dudes, they're for whatever reason, whether you want to chat with them about sponsorship or buying product or what the product actually is, come talk to me. I'll schedule you in. You'll be good to go.
When are they going to do their bacon marketing campaign? And if they're not doing it,
Beacon bacon?
why? Because
Beacon
beacon,
bacon.
I feel like...
Well, they are Canadian, so it would be fake bacon.
oh,
Canadian beacon bacon? What?
It's
Beacon
just
bacon.
ham. It's just ham. That's all it is.
okay.
Isn't that what bacon is? It's just ham?
You know how awesome
know.
that would be in the middle of a
Bacon
con
tastes different
floor to
than
get just a
ham.
nice thick slice of ham?
I mean, I'm not a marketing
You gotta
genius,
stamp the
but...
logo in there too.
Oh, little
Yeah, get one of those
beacon
little, burners,
logo
little
stamp
beacon-
for your
Hold on,
bacon?
hold on. I'll get the guy. Hold on.
Bacon stamp.
Back it up.
All the genius that just pours out of this show every single week.
And you could have him there at the grill flipping bacon at the station. I mean, this come
He
on.
is kind of bacon-like.
He's kind of bacon-like.
He's got a bacon.
I just immediately went to food, friends, family, beacon baked beans. It's
You can't go all.
it's like,
It doesn't taste very good, though.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't look
Yeah,
like it
Amanda
tastes good.
requested a bigger one, and they sent us a life-size one.
I'm even more sad that I'm not going now.
Oh, buddy.
My little dude's around here
Put mine back
somewhere.
on my shelf. Yeah, he's on my
But
shelf behind the.
I should potentially be going to BlizzCon. So we'll see. But if you're going to BlizzCon, I'll be there.
I'm also going to there, and I just found out somebody else is going to party with us.
That's me. That's me.
I kind of assumed
Just in the
you went.
area, and we're just at the hotel.
Anaheim is literally like 30 minutes away, so I just.
Well, I'm gonna be there with my boss. So
BlizzCon is like a
it's gonna be
10-day
a little.
party with like a 2-day convention.
Yeah, true. Oh, and I'll also be at PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, well,
Oh, sweet.
No,
You're going to be at Unplugged.
Yep.
Cakes and pies. Cakes and
I'm
pies.
actually going. So I'm not going for work. I'm going for fun. But I'm actually gonna be with the Magi RPG crew. So we might be doing some
fun.
streams and some other stuff there. So should be a good time. But yeah, I'll be there. But those are the only announcements I have.
Man, wait till you see the hotel that I'm at for
For
PAX
TwitchCon?
Unplugged.
Oh,
Well, we got this big Airbnb. It's weird and awesome.
Mine is definitely an inn.
mine is definitely an inn.
Like a day's in.
Red Lion.
I think I might still have some of their ashtrays lying around here.
Hey, fresh coat of paint, baby.
Woo-wee.
Sold me fresh coat of paint.
There ain't
Send
lead
me
in
a
the
photo
paint.
from the front of the Red Lion.
Hey, it's, we're saving on that stay.
Yes, you are. I just hope you don't come back with some communicable disease.
Like I said, fresh paint, yo.
Lead on the walls and in my heart.
Oh God. I actually have one thing. I actually have a stream announcement this week for the first time in forever. Since I do my 2 streams a week on my channel for Jackbox, I've got my first code in forever from the Jackbox folks. It dropped me the new Party Pack 10 that arrives on Thursday. We will be doing that on stream Friday at 5 o'clock if you want to check out that new.
Heck yeah.
That new. It's a
very
good time.
excited.
Wait,
Swing
Friday
by.
at what
It's
time?
a good time.
5 o'clock Pacific.
You do it 5. Yeah, your normal time.
Yep.
Okay.
I might, depending on how crazy things get, try and do a launch on Thursday and see if anybody shows up. But it'll be definitely getting into all the new stuff for at least an hour on Friday.
The Jack Master.
Truly.
I'll go Jack with you.
I love when you
Yes,
show up
you
for
guys
Jack,
know Jack.
Feisty.
I'm here to wreak havoc.
Over here we
Places and
have
doing things.
D&D tomorrow with Stormforge, and then we're off for the rest of the week as I will also be in TwitchCon Vegas, and I'll be all over the place, so who knows where you'll be able to find me or not. But
on the floor.
I will definitely cheers the Voodoo Ranger if I'm out and
Don't
about.
worry, guys. I'll be home to take care of everyone. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to save that money.
I'll be
In
there
the
with
great
you.
words of Little Dicky. We're going to save that money.
We're gonna watch Jackbox games with radio on Friday.
Yeah.
I can
Watch how you're going to play. We're all going to get in on them. There's new TKO, which I'm dying to get in.
Jake Hill on Thursday though, and I'm really excited for that because he's been singing his Dixon Dallas songs. I know a lot of people have heard those from TikTok and stuff, and I am so excited for this.
Down in Dallas. In New Mexico.
There is
Anyway.
no ad-friendly way to expand on this.
Nope.
Nope, that's it.
Quick fun side story: when I was home last, my brother got extremely intoxicated and drank that at karaoke at this like hole in the wall bar, and no one knew anything about it, and he was just up there just going because he was just wasted, and everyone's like, "What is this dude singing?" It
I
was
bet you the person hosting
incredible.
karaoke got that request and was like, "Oh, this is going to be
This is
glorious."
This is gonna
I'm
work
pretty
out.
sure he just recorded it the whole time, along
Oh,
with
I'm
like
sure.
half the bar.
Yeah.
So
Fantismo. Picking up where we left off last week.
gasps in Spanish.
Numero 26. Set out with a bounty from King Tonga to eliminate the fey creatures that have spilled out from the galleon that has ran amok and away from Merrowstrand. Unbeknownst to you, leaving fey creatures littered throughout Merrowstrand. You guys took on the first bounty. Unbeknownst to you, finding not one, but two of your quarry merged together at the hip. You guys were able to dispatch this mutated Froghemoth in style. We pick up the moments after the stalk of your prey. Fresh off looking what might be in the belly of the beast. The scene is yours.
I can't believe we just did that. That was nuts.
That was something.
Now we get to see what it's been eating. Who wants to help me split this thing open and see what's in its gullet?
Why do you want to see that?
I mean, I am not opposed to that idea.
We can build a gullet bomb.
I can help you, Tarben.
I have one request before we start going too crazy on these things. I don't know if maybe somebody can help me. I'm very interested as to how these two Froghemoths became one. This seems, I don't know, very unnatural. And before we get too mutilated with it, maybe we could do a little kind of investigating on it. And I don't know, anybody who's got a doctorate or anatomy expertise.
Like a really high nature check.
Only thing I know about anatomy is that when you slice the outside and the inside comes out, that's usually when you win.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I've never seen anything connected like this before, and I don't know if was it magically joined together? Did it happen just? Is it
Maybe
just a freak of nature?
Defect? Do you think they did it on purpose?
That's what I don't know.
And
was this?
So, why did they even drop it out here?
Well, I don't think they wanted it dropped. I think that was a part of this whole thing. Is these kind of escaped from the galleon? I guess we don't really know, but
what did they want with it then?
Why were they trying to get shells into the city?
There's
I'm
a lot
starting
we
to
don't know.
I have an anatomy question, bud.
Okay.
Do you turn into that?
No.
Yes.
There's no, if it bit you, would you become that?
I don't want to find that out. That's for sure. Look at me. I look way too pretty to turn into that. I mean, look, its eyes are my eyes are nice and spaced apart. Those eyes are all connected on one weird
they're spaced
strand.
apart, all right.
Yeah, it's the perfect symmetry is my eyes.
I bet that thing's got incredible peripheral vision.
I don't think it has a blind spot, actually.
Do you have a blind spot? Right in the middle?
Actually, it's a little bit of a problem, especially that I shoot a bow. I have to really, I'm basically just a one-eyed shooter.
Holy shit, we've never thought about this.
I didn't either, not until he brought it up. But
I was looking at
my
your picture,
God.
I was like, I feel like there's a gap in the
Oh
middle.
my
that's
God.
There's this little blurry blind spot.
This whole
don't
time.
rely on me to shoot with both eyes, okay? I'm a one-eyed shooter. I can do one or the other, but I can't do both at the same time.
Oh, that's so creepy. He's looking at what he shoots and somebody else the same time. Oh, that's the side eye of doom.
You're like the crab from Moana. Just pick an eye. Love, just pick an eye.
There's a lot of scenes that we didn't explore in previous combats where with me and Akiko were back off from the battle, and every time I shot a shot, I just winked at Akiko with my other eye.
You weren't winking at me? You were just trying to see? Confidence!
Someday when your daughter brings her frog boyfriend home, you're going to be shooting your bow, both looking at the target and him at the same time.
Don't forget, Bud's always watching.
Incredible.
Sleep with one eye open, because I always do.
So yeah, Bud's gonna kind of make his way over to the frog hemoth bodies and just kind of do some inspecting to see does it look like it was surgical? Does it look like it was just a growth? Is there a sense of any magic on him that it was?
I got a growth.
Oh, can we go check down where it was hiding for maybe another cage or something like that?
Ooh, that's another good thing to check as well.
Yes, you can. This will be a, let's see here, nature check for you, Bud, and perception for Akiko.
I will help Akiko if that grants advantage at all, or
You can roll as well.
okay.
I see. You know what? I'll help you because we were kind of in on this frog nonsense together.
Okay.
Frogs. Oh, help, please.
So you'll roll as well. Oh God.
Hey.
we got the same. Got it.
Tarben's
Nice.
looking the other direction. Straight into
You
a
and I are
tree.
looking at it for two different reasons. I'm looking how I can section it. You're looking at how it got put
Well,
together.
Chuck, I would say that's the Cleoca.
Bush's baked
I'm pretty sure this is where they put. No, that's where they eat from. Okay, I don't know.
Sex a giant tentacle frog. Bush's baked beans. With the 29 from Krak. You can look at the opening of this kelp forest that ranges out. And while there is a small opening that they have ripped through, that forest is just as thick and dense as it was before. You don't see any immediate threats, but there are openly smaller fish that are swimming through. It isn't that distinctive calm where you saw almost no particles, no fish before, where everything was kind of settled. Things seem to be in a safe spot ocean-wise at the moment.
I think we're clear. Yeah, everything looks good.
What do you mean by good?
Better than bad.
That'll do it. Just kind of dust hands off, turn around and walk away.
Zakiko, you just look up and you're like, anything could be behind that kelp. It could be 1 foot behind it, and we have no idea.
Not walking in that.
But as you like clap your hands and like brush your hands and walk away, like Krak like put his hand up to get a high five, and you just walk away, and I'm like,
No.
oh, okay, no. Okay.
I didn't see.
Yeah, your perception is
My
very
perception
low.
was too high.
For you guys checking out the Froghemoth, there are no stitches, and it seems to have been created this way. Whether it was created at birth, whether it was created through magic or non-magical, that you don't know. But it was definitely not a necrotic sewn together process. This thing was very much biological and living together.
Well, I don't know. All I can say is that it's not a Froghemoth. It seems to just be I don't know, maybe just a freak of nature.
I don't see any bolts in its neck either.
I am gonna take some time while it is still not mutilated to make like a quick sketch, just to for notation, just to what it looked like, where it was connected at. Just take some notes down, for myself more than anything.
Me too, but it's gonna look like a toddler drew it. I'm just gonna be like right next to him, like looking over at his sheet, kind of going back to mine and trying to shade it a little.
These are my stick figure Froghemoths.
Why was it? Screen looker.
But I don't think there is any other reason to suspect other than the Fae have touched these creatures.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I guess more that I just wanted to confirm that than anything. I don't know anything about the Steris Galerum, you know, and if these things are connected to them in any way, then I want to get as much information as I can about it, you know.
I think we're all just kind of hungry for information at this point.
Indeed. There's no telling what he wanted to do with these abominations. But none of those answers will be good, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of.
Especially
Either way.
he's already dealing with vampire spawn in the city. And there's a connection there.
We can obviously draw to the conclusion that Theris Galerum has no line in what he's willing to deal with. That is for certain.
Luckily, he's got us to deal with, so we'll see how that pans out for him.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, bud.
Not
Interesting.
underwater, I guess, but yes.
There are volcanoes.
That's
Underwater.
true. That is literally true.
Literally
That
smoke.
bonfire worked pretty well too.
Krak's moms, we've seen a lot of it, actually. Multiple episodes.
Are you okay, bud? Are you all right?
Yeah?
Follow my finger. I lose you in the middle.
Okay, I come clean.
That's
one
racist.
time about a little bit of a blind spot, and now I'm the butt of the joke. I don't think so. He's gonna shoot a shot right at your. He's gonna like do a little quick draw just right at your feet just to show you that he's still got some dexterity there.
If Pal could shrug, Pal would definitely shrug as another creature that is stuck in this predicament of non-forward eyes.
All right, well, I got what I need. If we want to, I don't know, see if they've got any goodies inside of them, I say let's get at it.
Pal is taking all of his willpower to sit here and not get him a piece of this frog-hemoth snack, but he's being a good boy. You can just tell.
I figured he'd be
curled up around one of
the tentacles and just kind of like gnawing on it.
Do you want one of these tentacle arms, Pal? Yeah, let's get you a Tarben! Tarben! Come shot me off a tentacle for Pal!
I mean, I probably don't need to, but
He's got death roll now, doesn't he?
Oh, that's true. I like
Yeah.
as I'm screaming at Tarben to cut him off, as a Pal behind just comes in and giant maw of the crocodile just comes down and launches that tentacle
Like Sonic. Oh God.
And now there's just like this cloud of blood, and inside of it you can just vaguely hear.
He is a growing boy. Maybe,
Gosh,
maybe
I didn't
Blueberry
know
needs
better.
one.
I would be very afraid.
I know better, and I'm still afraid.
I mean, yeah.
So who's going to do the honors?
Tarben's already got his falchion up against the soft part of the rib cage.
I'm just waiting for you to say go.
Didn't you cut it open for the final kill though? So it should already be like.
Oh, wow.
He's got it backside. So Caramel's bite
we're
has
ripping it.
it's a long falchion with a smooth blade on one side. The backside are this giant serrated edges for cutting through bone and sinew and cartilage and all that stuff. So he's prepared. Just
Say the word.
Roll survival. We'll go ahead and let's do so with advantage.
Yeah, I'll help. I've done this plenty of times as well. Well, not necessarily on frog, behemoth, creatures, but wild, weird creatures.
This is
I mean,
the first time I've skinned a deer.
Recently, yeah.
I will say it's a little alarming at how well you know how to cut open frog anatomy. It is a little unnerving, but I love you, so thanks. Okay, I'll just be over here watching.
It's Tarben
Just
sawing through
making
it.
direct eye contact with you.
All the same on the inside. What you get through all of what's outside, all the gooey bits inside are
It just
all
feels weird
what
because our
make
belly
us.
buttons look the same. I don't know. It just feels weird.
Tarben, you're able to do an excellent job of navigating this abomination. When you first enter in, it's a bit somber as you were able to retrieve whatever remains that this ambush predator has gotten, and it's a mixed bag. But if there are identifiable parts within that, there should be some respite for those that are missing. As you gently take those remains and get those bones over to the side, they're put into a bag of holding and set off to the side. As you venture further, there's a shimmer that the light contacts with. Looks like a blade that is wedged into the side of the meat of this thing's stomach. And you go and you pull this piece out, in this wild shaped axe comes out. One that you have seen before, but you've never actually used yourself. It's a buzzsaw axe.
What is-
Oh, man.
Just kidding.
The send,
Borderlands Psycho style.
the send button doesn't work.
Oh, that's cool.
You like music?
It crumbles.
I'm going to talk to you about Huey Lewis in the news.
Oh, no, it's on, oh. Okay. Here it is. Let's try this again. Wham.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
As you pull out and you hold this buzzsaw axe, you remember seeing one of these thrown back in the games in the Caliban Islands. This axe can be thrown in a 120-foot line. Anything in that line has to make a DC 34 reflex save or take the damage of this axe.
God.
Now, you're able to do that once per minute.
You got lightning as an axe. That's dope.
You have got to be kidding me. Really?
It's a +2 greater striking too.
Dude.
So the pluses to striking never apply since we're an ABP game. So
Oh, okay.
we always, every weapon levels up as we go. However, the circumstance on this axe, no matter whether it is thrown or attacked with, always has the sweep trait.
Always?
A +3 bonus. Wow. What a find. What a
So
find.
it does the sweep straight, the sweep trait, which it's always a +1, no matter, because you're always barbarian swinging with it, and it does +3 damage on the roll.
Good God.
I want you to go ahead and make a perception check on this buzzsaw axe.
I'm way too enthralled by how fancy it is.
So, everything about this axe at the moment is kind of surface value to you. Anybody else want to roll a perception check?
I have
Yes.
I have my magical eyes going as well. So I don't know if that will help in any perception, but I will take a look too, because
I see Tarben pull this badass axe out of
We
there
all
and watch him
start
just get
staring through.
sucked into
We're
it,
all
and I'm like,
looking now.
oh, what has he got there? What you
This
got
time,
there, big guy?
I'm very curious on how whoever had this didn't manage to cut through this beast while they were still alive. That's my big question.
Yeah, right.
now.
That's the story is like, oh my gosh, what got sucked up by this thing? Holy crap!
might have been by themselves, you know. It just
With the size of it, it certainly could have gotten stuck here.
Oh.
36.
and Bud got a 32.
Oh, good God.
We are vastly different in our perception checks, boys.
You guys notice with a honed edge on a blade like that, the sheer sharpness of it causes an additional 1d8 bleed. So the trade-offs on this blade, while it does not have the super increased map penalty like your Falchion does, it has some power and trade-offs. And also is your launch weapon.
Interesting.
I will.
Now, 120 foot line. It's not a returning weapon, right? Like,
Yes, it returns.
Oh, it does return. It does say it on there. Okay.
Yes, it is a returning weapon.
Okay.
That blade will cut deep, Tarben.
Still trying to figure out however it got in here, how didn't cut through this beast.
Well, maybe it did and then just got stuck and healed over. It's a very large creature.
I'll look forward to tossing it around like I've seen a few times before in the mountain games. It's a good day.
That was a good find, man. That was nice.
And by the way, it is a 1d12 great axe, so it is a big boy.
Nazi.
That's that good. Oh, and you already added to my sheet too. Look at you.
Christian, while you're in there pulling that buzzsaw axe out, you find these ornate armbands. Fine detail on this leatherwork. Looks almost dwarven in nature, and how the geometric patterns line up square after square after square on each of them. These are armbands of athleticism. When you wear these, you get an additional +3 bonus to your athletic checks. In addition, whenever you use the action to climb, swim, or succeed an athletic check, add an extra 10 feet to your movement. But it's not the only thing that you see when you pull out those armbands from the meat. Something bronze catches your eye. And you see the telltale sign of the bronze dragon head as its body wraps around in a ring. Do you reach for it?
Absolutely.
Well, Adam obviously does. Does Christian?
Oh, 100%.
By the way, armbands have been added to your sheet and they are equipped now. As you pull up this ring of the dragon, bronze in this case, you feel something inside you well up. It's almost like your lungs are able to take an extra breath. But you need to make a fortitude save.
Sweet. Yeah. Oh man, this is tempting. Do I do an advantage?
Yeah, do it. Use that card.
I mean, if you're gonna burn an advantage card, this is a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Until the next time that you need to use it.
There goes to the spent card pile.
Fortitude. I am the dragon.
Oh, you are very glad you did that. You are very glad
I
you
did
did
that. I'm glad I did.
that.
Woo. Thank you, chat.
36. As your lungs well up, almost the same feeling as when you unleash your lightning breath. But you have full control of it as you put on that dragon ring and you point this 60-foot cone in whichever direction you desire. As you can unleash a Skyrim-style dragon shout in a 30-foot cone that, depending on the amount of actions that you use, dictates its strength. 1 action 3d6, 2 actions 6d6, 9d6 force action. Go ahead and RP, letting that cone off into a safe direction.
I think Christain grabs the leather strapped bands and then like glances down and sees it, and he reaches down and he picks up this ring, and he just kind of holds it in his hand for a bit, and his eyes just kind of stare at it, and he thinks about the other dragon knights, ones that he's come across rarely in his time, in his history, and he wonders if there's a connection, and he sits for a second, and as he puts the ring on, he feels that connection, he feels that swelling, that familiarity, and that hinge of power, and he just kind of glances over at Tarben, who's looking at this beautiful axe. Yeah, now this will pack a wallop. And he just holds his hand out, and then he just, this concussion of an eruption reaches out, and it shakes the water in front as the entire force of his voice kind of echoes out through this ring. And it shatters through the water, pushes back and breaks apart a bunch of the kelp forest in front of them.
I like to think that force like also clears all the blood away from Pal, so you just see Pal like just kind of off to the side and with the tentacle hanging out. Now it's not hidden by the blood. Holy crap, that was insane. Did you just do that with the ring, or was that from you, or was that both?
Oh, like the power of the dragon.
This was a boon from Olroshan. I was meant to find this. And he just kind of closes his eyes and gives a nod and a thanks for this blessing. And then he'll continue kind of after he gathers himself to kind of dig away, see what else they can kind of muster.
A couple more small glass cases emerge, fine wrapped leather. As Krak, you reach out for one, as well as Bud.
Oh, goodies.
Opening up these cases, on the inside, Krak, you find an immaculate pair of Alchemist goggles. These will actually add damage to all of your bombs, +2 to be exact. I've also gone back into your character sheet and redone ranged damage that previously did not incorporate your dexterity number, because Pathfinder doesn't.
Weird.
So you now have both your dexterity, your ABP, and the +2.
Damn. Okay.
So where you will have noticed before, sometimes your single bomb damage, unless you got a critical, was a bit low.
Mm-hmm.
Now you shall see.
+6.
There you go. Okay.
+6, +5.
Hell yeah. So Krak, like, sees the goggles and kind of like holds them up and moving them around, and immediately just takes off his. And in the rare times you get to see him take off his goggles, you see one eye is like completely milky white, almost mangled, from some previous accident, and then he puts the goggles back on, the new goggles on, and kind of fits them in. And
Gonna need a little adjustment, but these are all right.
and then he puts his old goggles, just because we don't throw things away, and he just slips them in his pocket.
You also get a +3 to your crafting as well.
Oh,
that's dangerous.
huge.
Yes.
Immediately, like, as he puts them on, he like looks around and he goes, well, that can be fixed and that can be changed. And that can be fixed.
Inside your glasses case, bud,
What did I get? It starts unwrapping it, not very gracefully.
you pull out a very ornate set of spectacles that look almost sylvan in nature and would definitely earn you compliments at a cocktail party.
Oh, these are gorgeous. These are gorgeous. Look at these.
As you have a pair of glasses of sociability.
Oh, right? Don't I look at this. Look, this is a good look, right? And they kind of extend a little bit, that they just kind of like fit to whoever face that they're wearing. So as he puts them on, you see the bridge just kind of extends a little bit, and that intricacy just kind of wraps in and fills in that space. But he puts them on, and they just fit perfectly on his already talked about wide head.
So you get a +1 to your diplomacy.
That's so cool.
Oh, let's go.
Plus, when you stare at another creature, you instantly remember their name if you've met or exchanged names. These glasses rely on your latent memories, so if the creature is disguising your identity, the glasses won't penetrate the disguise. If a doppelganger was disguised as an innkeeper you met, the glasses would give you the innkeeper's name. So it doesn't give you true sight.
Every social interaction.
Right.
Turns out you just needed glasses this whole time.
Yeah.
Actually, that's awesome.
And behind the glasses, there's a small bit of pigskin and a second layer where there is also a magnifying glass. As you pull out this magnifying glass, you begin to trace across over the top where there is some sylvan engraving, and it naturally turns in to common for you.
Yeah, I can read anything.
So, the way that this pair will work, you will get a language per long rest that you can
get to
attune.
learn.
That you can attune this magnifying glass. So you still have to choose. It's not a 100% catch-all of all of them, but
Got it.
you can set it.
Hell yeah.
So if you can decipher what language it is, then you'll be able to read it.
Program the magnifying glass to be able to read it.
Dope.
Oh,
You
that's
can
super
scan.
dope.
You can also scan up to 2 pages of writing with the magnifying glass. Imbue. You can generate. Basically, you're able to copy.
Oh, okay, cool.
You
Without
are
having
able
make
to.
like an intelligence check or anything like that. It can actually just quickly transcribe for you.
Yep.
Dope.
So you can get information quickly and have it stored without even having to make a reproduction.
Hey, Krak, I got a crazy idea. Do you think there's a world where we could like embed this into my new fancy glasses? We'll talk about it later, but I don't know. That seems like that could be really cool to just have it there all the time, that I can just kind of knock it over.
Monocle? Just like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can stack lenses. That's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We can work on that later, but just get rolling with some ideas.
Okay. All right.
All right. Both of these are in your sheet.
Oh, that's so freaking dope.
It's weird. It's asking, the magnifying glass. It's asking, I was like, to put it in a hand. I was like, no, we just talked about it. It's worn.
I want to look through the frog guts. I have my like back kind of turned to the side, and, like looking over my shoulder, like if there's any.
And Santa Claus didn't bring anything for you, Akiko.
Wait a minute. Almost pouting just on the side.
Slightly disgusted, yet not disgusted enough not to get something nice and new. You reach in and you see something that is long and pearlescent. And it's spiraled. So you have to be careful. It is sharp. So you push back a little further, and then you find the ornate hilt to this narwhal horn rapier. As you pull this blade out, it shines. But while you trace it through the water, you can see it freezing small particles all around and near the blade. It does 1d8 piercing and goes off of your finesse. So your dexterity is your modifier on the weapon. However, it also does 1d6 persistent cold damage and 1d8 cold damage on hit.
That's amazing. I'm gonna kind of like lean over my shoulder. It catches my eye just a little bit. I'm gonna kind of put my hand on it and then kind of see that it does curve in there, and just kind of turn it and literally just unscrew it like out of there, just ever so gently, because I realize as it's shining that like it looks like it could be super delicate. So I'm pulling it out really gently, and it just keeps going. You just see her like lean back and eyes wide, like Christmas morning, Nintendo 64, like amazing.
Look at that vine.
Oh man. And as I'm kind of like swinging it around and you can see like the little cold spots, I just want Pal to kind of like catch them like little snowflakes.
That is a weapon.
I think we can do something with this.
Now, this rapier, it is a one-handed weapon. So you are able to still use your electrical gauntlet and the rapier at the same time. I believe I have you proficient in this weapon now, so you can use it.
I hope so.
There it is.
So with that being the case, I could still like Foxfire with my other hand. I don't have to.
Foxfire's from your tail.
That's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't think I've only had to use it like once or twice. I've just been going spells for the most part.
For some odd reason, it is not working, even though it is. I wonder if it's because it's special. Either way, I will get it fixed. It will have you'll have a plus 12 to this, so you should be doing. Yeah, it'll be a 16 to hit.
Oh.
And there was a good bounty in the belly of the beast.
Yeah, there was. This was like this thing was like. Wait a minute. It was like this thing was tailored just for us with its bounty. That is a little alarming, but I also feel like, sometimes it's just a luck of the draw with these things.
Sometimes Gozad is on our side, little man.
Yeah, sometimes.
For every one of our weapons, there are equal amount of old logs, dead fishing hooks,
Right, okay.
fish guts, lots of bent short swords. There's
Some plate mail in there that's just like
More
rusty.
pocket teeth.
there's plenty of junk inside there. Half of an old fishing net, a fermenting stack of Nathan's hot dogs.
Crack, do you think you could put this in a
I
bomb?
was
What
gonna
about this?
say,
Do you think you could put
Crack
this
is
in a
just
bomb?
losing
Could you
his
put this in a
mind
bomb?
the junk right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're all going into my junk bombs. Everything. I'm just handfuls of stuff, and like the hooks are kind of like getting in between the webs of my fingers, and
Ow.
Ow.
That sounds painful.
Something of a Saw movie.
Is there anything that we need to bring back to show that this bounty has been taken care of? Is there
Markos
any-
has already sent the tongue to King Tonga.
Oh, that's right. Yep, I forgot about that.
Now we can go home and wait the next beast on the list.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna walk over to where I cleared out some of the kelp tree and forest. I'm gonna notice something on the ground. Maybe. I'm gonna bend down. I'm gonna look over at Markos. Markos, you might want to check this out. As I assume Rob's gonna give himself an item too.
Nice.
I would hope. So
9 damage.
I'm like, I would think, right? Like you deserve an item too, buddy. You're a part of this as well.
No, I got the remains, man. I got what I need.
Never mind, it's shit.
Hey, while you're over there, actually, and Bud's gonna make his way up to you. I don't know. Is there any cage or anything? I don't want to go deep into the forest, but maybe he left a pot of it around.
I mean, I can look. Take a perception check, I guess.
I will take that peek-see as well.
Yeah.
Bam!
Nope, won't.
There is
It's just kelp.
no cage to be found. This creature did not drag it with it.
Yeah.
Not sure if it actually came out of a cage. Who knows?
Right.
But there are no signs of one being here.
I mean, we could go into the deep, dark, scary kelp forest, but I'm not ready to do that.
We did
I think-
our job. We did what we were supposed to do.
And I can't imagine there would be any more information I could get off of this, cage anyways, that we didn't already get from the first one we saw. So I don't think it's worth it. Just wanted to just make sure it wasn't literally right here waiting for us to just, walk by and see.
Be sure the Violet Veil knows that Theris Calaram's behind all this. Further proof? Unnecessary.
Yeah, they're definitely aware.
I drift over to where Christian was pointing inside the kelp forest. At first glance, not noticing a thing, but I didn't look down far enough. As there is the remainder of this hermit crab shell, this giant hermit crab that's literally blown from its shell when you erupted your dragon shout. So there's this immaculate twisted pearlescent shell that's down at the bottom. Well, since you scared the Jabibis out of this one, might as well put it to good use. As he looks this well-armored shell up and down, I think I can put this to good use. As he will use this shell to inspire defense.
Ooh.
It will be the party's choice at the beginning of combat, whether you want Markos to use his conch shell or to use the giant hermit crab shell. Same principle goes. It can be a 1, 2, 3. All depends on if I can beat the DC. And I went and I got the thing set right. So we have the plus 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
That is all on here. Also, Tarben, your range damage is fixed as well on your crossbow. It now reflects your dexterity points as well.
Ooh, let's go. Got all the fixing going on tonight.
No, the fixins.
Well, that was very productive. And also, I would say we dispatched to that pretty quickly, right? We've only been down here like, like a couple of hours?
If even.
Battle is what battle is, my frog friend. Relish these moments of victory, because you've tasted defeat more than once.
I'm sure we can be home by lunch.
That would be swell. Honestly, that'd be swell. Pal, grab another tentacle to go.
Wrap it up.
Markos, with you to set these souls at ease.
Let's just take these back to the lodge. Check in with King Tonga. We'll meet the rest of you back at the house.
Sounds good.
Do you want me to go with you, Markos, or do you want me to go with them and escort them back?
Escort them back. We will not be gone long. We just need to pick up the second bounty. We'll be there shortly.
Okay.
Did you get enough, pal? Do you want another one?
He's looking a little green.
Pal's upside down. It's definitely happy stomach floating.
Damn it, my Adam's showing.
Somebody get that Gator and Nemo cake.
Yeah. I've been like soaking some of the like remains and stuff in like some of the healing potions and feeding them to Blueberry to get her back up.
Such a good dad.
Doe.
As we go, I'm gonna actually go up next to Krak. I had a question for you while we're traveling, Krak.
So many questions today.
Well, not necessarily. I guess a question is more of, let me show you something. And he's gonna pull out this small kind of like dagger that he has. I'm unsure. I was thinking perhaps maybe this would be something that would be beneficial for you when you're working. I don't know everything that you can do, but I know it's a lot and you have a brilliant mind for it. And he's gonna like just press like the very back hilt of the dagger, and you're gonna see this like greenish like liquid start to like kind of pour out of it as it kind of slightly lights up. This has a venom of some kind in it. It's a poison. And I thought, well, I use it as a backup in case I ever lose my sword, but if you wanted to use it, borrow it, study it, I don't know, even just to gather some poison for materials or something like that, I would be willing. I just was thinking about it when you were discussing all of the different bombs you make.
That's incredibly nice. Also, and he pulls out the universal tool and he's like, "Do you need this back?"
Are you using it? Is it coming in handy?
I mean, like every day, but.
And you keep it.
Oh, okay.
Just keep making us cool things. And if you ever want to borrow this, just let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know how the venom is held. I might be able to like switch out venoms for it.
I think it's a magical thing, but you would know more than me. Sure. When we get back, while we wait for them, I'll just hand you the dagger and let you utilize it. This is a borrow. I need this just in case.
Yes, borrow.
And yeah, and then we'll just continue to head back home.
Bud is just riding Pal slowly because Pal is being slow.
And I'll just do. It's not what I wanted to do. I'll just do this, I guess. Oop. That's not what I wanted to do.
As he stabs Krak.
Yeah.
Funny thing, doesn't hit.
Here you go. Hold this. Pretty sure that was an ASDF comic. Hey, hold this for me.
I remember how to like get it to just show up, you know?
That's how I used to pass out flyers for.
You can just
for
drag the
back in
item
day.
from yours to his sheet.
Yeah, true.
Used to stand outside venues and just like look at people and be like, "Here, hold this for me. Here, hold this for me. Here, throw this away for me."
Anyone doing anything else back at the site?
Just making my way to the cloister. What's it called? The belay system.
On your way there, you guys encounter a party of about 6 Lokath fishmen.
You're so pretty.
All swimming in formation, heading out to the kelp forest. As you can see, a collective sigh from them as they can see you coming back with the query of their bounty as well. Had you guys not passed your survival checks,
They'd have been scavenging
they would have been there to got there first. Now whether they would have killed it or not, we don't know.
Right.
Would have had to make some rolls.
Do they look annoyed at us, or do they look?
No,
you
they're
said-
not annoyed as they just look back that they're too late. But it's very much as you pass, it's respect because they're bounty hunters as well.
Yeah. You'll get him next time. Don't worry, guys.
As the leader that is out in front, the most ornate colored of the Lokta. Well done.
I don't know if I've ever heard one of you talk before. Thank you. That was mainly our big furry friend Tarben.
Just they're looking at the giant bear that you guys have. Which I'm always like, I think of him like he's going in between like swimming normal, then it's like Coca-Cola polar bear.
What you talking about? I'm riding seahorse. I'm just fur in the hair.
Yeah, now that we're
in a little seahorse. It's like
we're able to get to the hippocamps now, since we're not having the stealth anymore.
After we've passed that group and are like seem like we're out of earshot with them, I'm gonna walk over to or make my way over to Tarben. That's interesting. Do you think that they were on the same bounty that you were charged with, or maybe word's just getting around about these fake creatures? Maybe when you go get the next bounty from King Tonga, maybe just ask and see, is this a bounty he's opening up for everybody, or is this just a contract for us?
Ask you something. but if you're responsible for hundreds and thousands of people, would you rest everything you know on one night vigilant and for 5 of his friends?
I mean, we're pretty great friends, but I do get what you're saying, and that does make sense to not put all the eggs in one proverbial basket.
Also, when you live on the fringe, you'll understand. You pick up the dregs, you listen to the conversations that happen in taverns. What we're doing isn't secret.
No, definitely not. I hope people are also being safe. That thing was no joke.
I think Bud has a valid point that there are looser lips inside the court than we expected.
We, the wardens, can address that when we drop off the departed.
Bounty hunters are bounty hunters. They will find out. It is the nature of their profession.
I mean, that thing also clearly ate some pretty stacked people that
it was not being the most stealthy. Yeah.
Indeed.
It was just I'm just the thinking out loud type of thing. Is this something we should be quiet about for our next bounty that we get from them? Should we, just thoughts.
You asking questions?
I know, right? It's crazy.
If you want to go boasting through the streets talking about what you're doing, feel free. No one will listen. But
I'm used to that.
others out doing what we're trying to do. We've seen the proof. We just need to get there first.
Actually, one last thing. Maybe while you guys are going to do the second bounty pickup, we can do a grocery run because we are like really out of food back at the crib. Are we getting paid for this, or should we be frugal, or should we, go crazy with the grocery bill? I don't know.
We kind of assumed we weren't gonna be coming back, but I guess we kind of have to.
Here.
As he drops you 10 gold.
Okay. He grabs it very quickly and puts it in his pockets.
This is King Tonga's wishes.
I'll buy that. That sounds great.
Shop on my dime this week.
We will be compensated.
Oh, that right on. That's just really what I wanted to know. So, okay, maybe we'll do groceries on the way back to the house, and then we'll meet you guys back at the house.
Sounds like a plan.
Any requests?
So there's plenty of coffee, eggs, bacon.
Bacon. Got it. Okay.
Plenty of flour and butter. I want to make biscuits.
He wants to make biscuits as he writes down his notes.
As part of the group heads off back to fill the pantry, load up on supplies, and catch a little bit of R&R after a very successful hunt. Tarben, you and Markos head to the court. Do you have any idea of the other bounties?
I was given a list. Would imagine with that combined monster, we got 2 out of the way. Said there was 4 deadly creatures out there. hoping there's only 2 more. As to what the bounties are, best are frog behemoths. I do not know. The letter was nondescript. So I'm hoping the wardens may have a little more once he receives his tongue.
I hope for the best. This is the beginning. This does not bode well.
Feel the same. No victory, even one like this. Some untested battlers. Got some good hits. You encounter something from the Fae or any other plane. It's a little bit meaner. Could be trouble. I'll still rest my life with this crew we have.
Indeed. Someone has to clean up this mess. It might as well be us.
I'll tell you right now, if I even make this Theris Calarum, I've got some strong words.
Believe it or not, I trust Bud on this. He is coming into his own. If anyone is going to find him, I think it will be him.
I don't think he was given a fair shot. That frog's got some intuition. Happy to call him friend. Just like you, Markos Kosta.
Indeed. Let us go find out what our friend Tonga has in store for us next, before any of these other loose-lipped bounty hunters show up, shall we?
Travel light, travel fast. We can only hope to beat them there.
Point the way, Hand. As we will take off in the direction of King Konga's court. The rest of you guys headed up to the house.
I've already put my online order in for groceries. It'll be there. Just gotta swing by and pick them up.
Don't worry, half of it, the person's not going to be able to find it.
Did you use code Dennis at checkout? For 5% more for the cost?
5% more.
You can't just substitute oranges for tomatoes. They're not even the same. I know it's a fruit, but it doesn't work.
As you pick up your groceries, if there's anything that you guys want to RP back at the house, putting away a variable feast.
So about these glasses, and Bud's gonna take off his socialite glasses and the magnifying glasses and just gonna kind of, now, what I'm envisioning may not be a reality, but I'm just thinking if there's a world where we can make the magnifying glass just be something that I can kind of like maybe flip down onto the socialite glasses, but I don't want to take away from the prettiness that these glasses are kind of giving me, you know? So I don't know.
I mean, you have options. You have options. You can make it so that it lies, the lenses lie on the side, and you just flip them around. You can make them so they flip up and down. You can just do like the single, the monocle thing that like you would see. A lot of artificers have like many different lenses that flip up and down. I can make it so like you can just drop them inside and take them out, but then then they're just loose, and you might lose them.
I will lose them.
Yeah. I can put it on a chain, so it is just a monocle, and look real fancy.
Akiko, what do you think would look better on me? Glasses that flip down from the top, out from the side, or has a little artificer kind of arm that takes down?
I'm angrily cleaning out the fridge from all of the guts so that we can actually put food inside of it, and I just look back. And okay, so you want to flip?
So Krak's saying I could have glasses that kind of like flip down over top of these, and they're just kind of like up and down, or I could have them off to the side and they flip over like this, or I could have just one that just kind of like tinks down on a little hinge.
Like that one guy with the CDs on the side, and then he leans forward and then it flips over in the front.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I'm envisioning this. Just
so you think that would look the coolest?
I mean, if we're
is.
going for cool, then again, it might counteract the whole people wanting to talk to you thing.
I mean, who could really say no to this face?
There is another option too. I could make it like maybe infuse them together and make it almost like a bifocal.
Oh,
Now
what?
that's an idea.
It might
Like-
take a little bit more time.
I mean that, and then I don't have to worry about losing it, and they're just kind of always there.
They're just there.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. If we think we can do that, let's do that option.
So yeah, Krak is gonna spend some time trying to figure out how to infuse the lenses together and make it into more of a bifocal situation.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I'll help you clean now, and then he'll go put on his little kiss the cook apron and start helping you clean out the kitchen.
Christian, isn't but maybe about an hour and a half into being topside before a note comes your way?
We have a note.
It is not a we, it is addressed to you.
Oh, I have a note. Do I is there like a seal or anything that I recognize, or?
It is rushed. So it is
Poor bird.
There is a wax seal on it, but it is very simplistic.
Okay. All right, I will open the mail.
There is a note requesting your presence in King Tonga's court.
What a waste.
Like all of us, or like me specifically?
No, you specifically, and it has the signature of Tarben, Markos, and King Tonga at the bottom that requests your presence immediately.
Split the party. Split the party.
Yeah, let me just go off on my own adventure by myself. This sounds great. I'm excited.
Bye, guys.
It's not going anywhere in like an adventure state. It's like that's
Yeah, it looks on the up and up and official and everything.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh God.
Bet you wish you had that advantage card now.
You know what? Never. Well,
He spent it at the right time. Don't shame him.
Yeah, don't shame at me, okay?
Gotta scare him.
I'm gonna add a
He's
a
already
D6
scared.
that's
Don't
what
scare
we
him
have.
more.
So I'm gonna add a +1 to my perception check.
Burn them cards. Burn them cards.
Add. Roll. It's a 31.
Oh.
Woo!
I thought I was gonna nail on that too.
He's just built different. That Christain Geller.
Everything
He's a
checks
changed
out
man.
that this is an official request. And it does appear to be Tarben and Markos' signature.
Does it say T for Tarben on it for his signature?
Yeah. It says P because he can't spell. No. I just run to my room, and then I come back and I'm carrying my helmet with me, and I've got all my gear. I have to go. I've been summoned to a court, I suppose. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's warden business. I'll be back. Hal, keep an eye on everything.
He is the watchful one. Yeah, okay.
Just like
are you
leaning
sure?
out of the fridge and waving. Yeah. We'll make dinner.
Yeah, I'll just like, I assume it doesn't say like just for my eyes only, so or whatnot. It was just, I mean, it's addressed to me, but I'll just
It absolutely does.
Oh, okay. I gotta go. Sorry. So I will promptly leave.
What is insight in this world?
It's a perception check.
I will say, if it said for my eyes only, then I probably would have just said, I've been summoned, I have to go, warden business. I wouldn't have said where I'm going if it was like, this is just for you, like, and it was secretive or, you know, supposed to be quiet or something.
31 perception.
Good God.
What does your demeanor look like, Christian?
Formal. Like I just got a order, and I'm heading off, you know, to where I need to be.
I would imagine there's a bit of frustration that you were just there, that there's some additional travel. You basically stocked the pantry, haven't gotten to sit down and rest nor get something to eat, but it does look like still looks like Christian when he's headed to warden business.
Yeah.
So as Christian, you know, walks out the door, I just kind of like squinty eye and just turn to the other two. I'm like, all business there, guys. Just a weird dude.
I mean, man, these wardens, man, they really drive them. They like just, they say jump there. They expect everybody to just say how high. I mean, God, jeez.
You can't just sit down on the couch for 5 minutes. I wonder that guy's
Honestly,
uptight.
seems like he kind of fits in.
That's very valid. Very valid. Okay,
Now I know why they rejected me. Politely, but rejected me.
Sucks for them. I'm gonna make the best sandwich I think I've ever had, and I'm gonna start working on making a giant Dagwood sandwich, just layer upon layer of meat and cheese.
The Dagwood drop, specific.
Yep.
We're for the streets.
Krak is just like sitting in the corner, like the opposite corner of the refrigerator, like not in a chair or anything like that, on the floor, got like a stuff surrounding him in a nice little like semicircle, and he's just like tinkering with your glasses.
Oh yes. Yeah. Can I get you something to eat while you're making it?
What do we have?
We got a nice new jar of pickles.
What?
What? I don't know. That's one of my favorite snacks while I'm working on stuff. You just try it. Just try it.
Is it a no on the pickles? They're really good.
It's a no on the pickles.
All right, well, I'll come up with a little plate for you, and I'll go back to the kitchen and just put together like a little charcuterie plate.
Little smorgasbord.
With no like pickles.
Something
no
snacky.
pickles.
I can just grab
one gherkin, though. There's one gherkin in the corner.
One gherkin in the corner.
That's me in the spotlight, tinkering on glasses.
The whole time, Krak just keeps pushing it around the plate, like moving it off of the thing he wants to eat.
You think he'll try it?
Blueberry smells it and
We don't like green food.
Christian, it doesn't take you very long to play on, get back inside the ocean.
In fact, it takes you just as long as it took to leave because it's the same spot that you just left.
I'm just glad I'm not kidnapped or something. I thought that's where this was going. I was like, I'm totally getting kidnapped or something. Like, it's totally happening.
The assassins got smart.
As you arrive at King Tonga's court, you see Tarben and Markos and King Tonga around that raised platform, looking down at a map. And as you walk past swim baths, very solemn faces, you look down at a map of the corruption of Bog Halla. And that is where we will pick up after this break.
No.
Did you say Bog Halla?
Pack it up, boys. We're going home.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Woo.
So then bevy's up. We get to talk about the corruption of Bog Halla when you get back.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Not Big Viz.
I'm gonna need to drizzle me some Jack Daniels. This is way too deep.
Bog Halla. Thirsty chat.
What, chat's thirsty? Or you're thirsty? Tell chat you're thirsty.
I'm
Okay.
physically thirsty. There is no amount of water I can drink today to quench the thirst. It'd be one of them days. Like
I've been recently I still have a bunch of that liquid IV left from when I went to the festival.
Yes.
Oh, that knock anything out of your system real quick.
Dude, that is the morning routine right there. Right as rain. I have not felt a dehydration headache since liquid IV's emergence.
Yeah.
I also have not drank red wine.
Used to, for sure, but yeah.
I just wish they would give me more flavors at Sam's Club. I only get lemon lime.
Oh, yeah.
Because I buy it in the giant bulk pack, but I'm not about to be paying $1.50 a freaking stick for a different flavor, though. I'll suck it up.
I just buy them off Amazon.
It's probably pretty close.
Yeah. That way I can at least get something decent.
Let's see you know what? Hey, Liquid IV needs to start sponsoring streamers. What are we talking about here?
Yes. Because what you got that, I think Gamer's Advantage has like a hydration. I don't know, something that's not energy powders. Please stop.
I'm trying to come down over here.
Get these streamers off of your toddler cocaine. That's all it is. Oh my god, how are you guys drinking so many of them?
Oh my god, there's like...
I am still glad that we're still carrying 1985s here. I went to Specs.
Dude.
I want those cryos.
Oh my god.
I feel like I need them because I wanted to do a makeup look for them, and I looked on the Drizzly and it said they had them, and they still don't have them, but they still had
Cryops are so good. 1985 needs to be a year-rounder.
I was wearing my the Able Gamers jacket thing, the windbreaker that they gave us. And this man, he scans my stuff. He was like, "Man, I still really haven't had any Voodoo Rangers yet." And I was just like, "Well, I'm quite sponsored by them, so I've had a lot." And he looked at my shirt. He was like, "Oh, that makes sense."
This checks out.
Yeah.
That was so hard.
Asked me if they're any good. I was like, well, I'm kind of fond of them.
They're so tasty. I couldn't help but keep laughing to myself while I was going to the bathroom, thinking about, nah, dude, we don't need you. You're good. Go back and escort them. Immediately send a note. Actually, come back here now.
Gotta have dramatic effect.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are just trying to keep secrets. They don't trust us. This is where the divide happens.
By the way, if I was an orca, I would smile like that all the time. I'd be like, meh. Such an animated orca. And also semi-terrifying. I'm really glad that they don't wake up and choose violence every day.
Seriously, the days that they do choose it, it's scary. So, like, I'm glad that most days do not.
Just one more reason. Don't the ocean, okay?
It's like as a whole?
Oh my God, Shay, that's hilarious. I love that. He just posted something in D&D memes on the Discord, and it's very worth clicking on.
Hear me?
There's so many. There it is. Oh no. Oh, not the salt and vinegar chips. Blah, blah, blah.
Also, the thing that Bass posted in the Merrowstrand talk. Disgusting. Gross.
Dude, I didn't know you actually didn't like pickles.
I don't like vinegar very much. So like
what?
Yeah.
So like
anything-
salt and vinegar chips are a no-go for you.
No, it's the smell for vinegar that really like turns me off altogether. I like the flavor of dill. So like
Yeah.
I also don't like a lot of like crunchy textures for vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. So like that drives me off from pickles because I like dill and I like
You just described my entire like meal.
Yeah, my main like
we go to Costco and buy giant veggie trays. and
all
stuff.
your girl dinner.
Oh my gosh, pickles. Specifically the Clausen pickles. I'm very particular about them.
Yeah, I
it
like,
has to be the Clausens.
like I like dill flavor and I do like pickle juice as a flavor. Like I if somebody like dares you to like, oh, drink pickle juice, I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. But I just don't like the crunchy of the pickle mixed with the vinegar, and vinegar really sets me off. So that's why I can't do kombucha or anything like that.
One of my favorite pickled things is pickled garlic. I love pickled garlic. And that is something that you'll never really get to enjoy, Tim, and that's sad to me.
Yeah, I also like half the time grew up on a farm, so everything's pickled.
Yeah,
so
can and everything. Like you literally just
good.
Yep.
Yeah,
you harvest.
I spent my summers on farms, so it's like I'm good. I don't want pickled things.
Someone turned me on to pouring like an entire packet of ranch seasoning into a pickle jar.
Yep. It also works well.
So good. It adds like such a good flavor to it.
That's a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
I love me a
I
good,
can't do the Kool-Aid
crunchy,
pickles though. That's silly.
crispy pickle, man.
So in Appalachia, there's this root vegetable called a ramp. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. It's a very tiny cross between an onion and a garlic, and they're like wicked spicy, like naturally spicy, like onion spicy.
Yeah.
Those pickled ramps are like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. You do just like a heavy dill seasoning for your pickle juice, and you pickle them ramps. That on a cheese cracker, like
Pickle them ramps.
It's so good.
Your Florida's starting to show.
Yeah. Oh, Floridians don't know about no ramps. That's from West Virginia. I learned about them.
Green Mountain Mama.
Yup.
Take me home.
Bog Hollow Road.
Gasps in Spanish.
my God.
Interesting.
Yeah, why you specifically getting called down there, you know? Like that's
a great question. Maybe it's because I'm corrupt.
I mean, even I'm curious on why just he was called.
Yeah, why not the Boghala native?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
everyone had solemn faces, so there might be something going on that you
I
wouldn't
don't think you can
handle well.
emotionally handle it. Yeah.
I have no emotions, so
Yeah.
they're probably like, "I'll just have Christain come because he doesn't."
Tarben and Markos Tarbos have a very
Is that your ship name?
Tarbos. Yes, we're gonna ship that all day long. Baron Fishman.
Baron Fishman. Looks like you finally caught your fish.
And it's furry too.
So many places you go with that.
Yeah, there's a lot you could go with any of this group.
Mm-hmm. We are the zoo.
Crushing these Candy Crush levels.
Thanks, Mom. Good to know you're still doing well.
The saga continues.
I'm actually really upset because my phone just like stopped working, and so I had to get a new phone, and I didn't realize that I never actually created a profile. So like now I have to start over.
All
I
those
did connect
levels
it to
that
my
you already
Facebook. I have
conquered.
to start back over at 500, around 500. It's very upsetting.
Depressing.
I'm on the grind.
She be crushing.
GB crushing.
As soon as I saw it on the new, because it's part of the new Xbox partnership thing too. Like they have King that makes Candy Crush. So I don't know how they're integrating that into Xbox stuff, but I mean,
where there's money, there's a way.
I am the target demographic. It's like
it's me. I made jokes about being a Candy Crush streamer.
It might happen.
All right. Back in King Tonga's court. Christian, as you make those first steps up and notice the display of the salt marshes of Boghala.
He just kind of steps forth and kind of reads the room a bit, and then very formal. He has like the helmet to his side, and he's kind of holding it as he kind of like kind of straight, like walks or like swims. And then I left as soon as I received the summons. What's the situation? As he glances down at the map.
Markos looks over at you. This is bad news. But even worse for our pal Bud. As Markos will defer over to King Tonga.
As we have said, these bounties from the Fae have manifested themselves through their deeds. The other 3 disturbances have not yet been identified. If we knew what the creatures were, or the disturbance, we would send as many teams as we could, all at the same time. However, the information still eludes us to what we're dealing with. In this case, the clues are starting to become clearer. I don't believe that we're dealing with something that escaped from Theris Galarum's ship. I think we're dealing with something that has crossed over. Something that has exploited the travel between Fae and the material plane. Something far more powerful than you have fought thus far. This creature, this entity, it's not acting on its own instinct. It's acting because it enjoys pain. Because it inflicts rot, corruption. It sets its roots and carves a pathway into the weak, the most vulnerable. We've received a message from King Viscera that the salt marshes are no longer in his control. Worse than that, the villagers that are there have taken up worship of this thing. An untenable situation that we've left for far too long. King Viscera's treatment of his kingdom will have to take a back seat until we deal with the immediate. Are any of you familiar with this creature?
King Tonga will place down a large hand etched picture of a very strange looking creature. A neck almost as long as a giraffe. Large antlers. Teeth and horns that curl up. An itany of flies completely surrounding it. Hooves in this massive tail that wraps around almost like a club. Tarben, Christian, you guys can do a nature check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've hunted a lot of strange creatures in Kalendor as part of my charge. Nature. Not my strong suit. Oh, it was so close to a 20.
So I was close to a 19.
You got luckies.
I don't know if we have any more luckies in the hand.
Oh, we might not then.
I think we burnt every single lucky we had.
I don't think we have any of those.
That sounds like us.
Yeah, we have endowment and relentlesses.
Markos for the win.
Or maybe not.
I have seen many creatures run through these swamp and salt marshes, but I have not seen anything that reeks of death quite like that.
Neither have I.
We have learned that this creature calls itself Grunfeiler. From what we have gathered, he has corrupted not only the hearts and minds of the people who live in the salt marshes, but he's literally twisting the environment around him. Currently, Boghala is cut off from all communication travel to Merrowstrand. King Viscera has not told his people. As I said, we will deal with King Viscera second. First, we must eliminate this Grunfeiler from twisting and turning our salt marshes into something that can no longer harbor people nor ecosystems. Where he goes, the water turns black and brackish. The plants die. Oxygen walls fail. The fish are turning upside down. But what I fear the most is that he may be lowering the veil to whatever grim plane in the Fae that he walked out of. We can end up with our hands with more than just a ship and its loose cargo. We could end up with an all-out disaster. The salt marshes could only be the beginning. Think if this creature comes inland any further, or wherever it chooses to set up shop.
Most of all, we have to break this news to our friend.
When you, Your Highness, when you say the people have been corrupted, their hearts and minds no longer theirs, how deep does that corruption go? Is it there to be put to the sword, or is there hope of saving?
We don't know. As of now, it has turned many of the bullywog violent. They were already the most susceptible to change. A hardened people on the hard times. Possibly any other solution in King Viscera would have looked good to them. But now they have grown violent, attacking any trade carts in between. No longer farming rice or crops from the pads. They've chosen to feast on the flesh of others.
Do we have a contact, someone who would be able to shed more light? Clearly, we have to be getting our information from somewhere.
This information has all come from my scouts. You, my friends, have the true insider.
I see now why you requested just me. Thought it was odd.
It is a delicate situation. I feel for your friend and his homeland. But something must be done. If this goes public, people may cut off Bog Holla. Whatever. But you realize there is no ignoring this. If Grunfeiler grows larger, his corruption will only spread. From the salt marshes outwards. This thing is living of the pain and suffering of others. It only wants it to grow. We can already see its brackish waters leaking into the ocean. It is only a matter of time before the ones in the deep below realize that they have an ally that walks the surface. Well, this creature is not from the deep. It certainly harbors the same feelings. And for those that have stepped through those dark waters, understand there is no difference in the level of corruption. We are still tracing the other two anomalies, but don't have enough yet.
Yeah.
We do, you will be the first to know.
We should remain vigilant if it's... Well, we don't know, but certain affluences are easier to grasp on a mind if there's reasoning. These people are slighted by their king, but it could be more. And based on what Bud's shared, he hasn't had a great history, but it's still his home. We'll need to be mindful of, I guess, our minds and hearts.
Indeed.
Our charge is to take our inside man, go to the marshes, find out how deep the corruption goes and stop it, and stop this creature.
Your thoughts, Tarben?
I know he didn't have the best departure from Boghala. But I know Bud. He's gonna want to save as many of his people as he can. It's gonna be hard. But I have faith that he'll make the right decisions. I just hope we're strong enough to get him through it. I think that every minute we sit here plotting and planning, more of his people fall to the corruption. If we show him the light of what we've seen, he'll understand. now, more than ever, we need to move swiftly. Carefully. This creature isn't like the froghemoths. It literally sits between two worlds. The longer it stays in ours, the more of its world bleeds into here. The more of his people suffer. Let's hope we can do a decent enough job in convincing him that we're all on the same side. Everything else will have to be by the sword.
Then let us do it. Our friend deserves to know. And he deserves the expedience more than ever.
The same as freeing my home. I know he'll want to free his. King Tonga, point us to the swiftest tide back to Merrowstrand. We've got a long journey to make.
Indeed. Remember, Tarben is my hand. There's only so much support I can extend up and through the salt marshes. You will be going behind enemy lines. Tread fast. Be cautious. And cleanse that swamp and come out alive.
We will, King Tonga. But my life, we will not fail you.
King Tonga gives you 500 gold pieces for the froghemoth.
Oh my God!
That's it? That's crazy.
The bounty on the cleansing of salt marshes of Boghala is 10,000 gold pieces.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Are we
real
buying
hard.
Boghala afterwards? Like, what, Jesus.
No, what? I'm literally imagining this, and I'm like, in my head initially, I'm like, okay, go kill the beast, right? Like this is another thing. But now I'm thinking, bro, this might be like 8 weeks, 10 weeks of like us trying to find this creature, like sneaking around, trying to figure stuff out, getting not. I don't know, man. This like,
Hey, don't overthink it. We got the frog for the job. We just need to convince him to do it. That's all.
You would be right. This is a big arc.
If gold plays any, indicator of that, 500 for the froghemoths, 10,000 for the Grim Filer.
Can I, as we're discussing, and can I just really analyze the map, just to get a lay of the land, I guess. But then I don't know if they've probably already had a bunch of people look at this, but like analyze if I can see like a trajectory or a source or like kind of an outline of like it started here and it's spread this far like over X amount of time. Just try to like analyze, I guess, like what the spread's been and stuff like that.
Go ahead and roll a survival with advantage since you have Markos here and is a battle planner.
Mm-hmm. Survival, okay. $24, not a great roll.
Enough for you to realize that this entity has emerged up and through the actual salt marshes itself. So like they said, it did not come from from being caged or being on the ship. Something about these fey creatures and it's the amount of time has loosened the veil.
Great. Okay. Oh, we should get moving. I kind of look to Markos and to King Tonga, and I hesitate for a second, but then I kind of just generally ask the room because I'm not sure who to ask in this situation. Is there going to be supplies given for this length of a trip, or do we need to gather that up before we leave?
We will gather what we need from the Warden's Lodge. Antidotes, health potions.
Of course. And he'll just turn and kind of like do like a formal like bow to King Tonga as we get ready to leave.
Anything else before the three of you leave King Tonga's court? I know this will weigh heavily on his mind, especially now when he's been giving the quarry to receive guildship if he finds Theris Galera. I know that he will be torn in his mind. I don't know if there's any way to make it any easier for him. I have no doubt in my mind that he will choose his people. But if there's anything that we can do to help him with his investigation as we cleanse this corruption, let us offer that aid.
I think we all know he needs it from all of us. An unwavering support. You need to convince Krak, Akiko. This is where we need to be. He needs to be.
Indeed.
Let us put that on us. Let our friend make his decisions.
As we carabiner on. Yeah, go ahead, Christian.
I think everyone will need to make their decision with something like this.
Agreed. As we carabiner on and begin walking through the lantern-lit streets of the Dockside District. You guys arrive back up on the steps of home base.
Did you hear that? That sounds like bear footsteps.
I feel like we're in the kitchen, like aprons on, in the middle of cooking.
Full on food service.
Yeah.
mode.
Hey,
For
Mambo
Singing
Italiano.
in the kitchen. Yeah, we're.
One giant meatball.
I am the rat in Ratatouille, and I'm just on Akiko's head.
Why do I hear Valari from Dean Martin in the background?
Pal waiting at the bottom for scraps. It's great. Yeah.
Come on in. We've got food going. And you definitely like the aroma is strong when you walk up onto the porch. You smell like a full cooked meal.
I don't know if it's good or not, but you smell something.
We could roll and see what it looks like. That'd be survival, probably, right?
Like this is gonna be a series of roll-offs. Your food to our grim demeanor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, there's an aura coming off of us as well, but it's like of sadness or like grimness.
I'll give you a 28 for the cookings.
I'm like trying to flip things in the pan and it falls onto the ground.
I feel like that smells not like a 5-star meal, but it smells like good home cooking.
Lots of garlic. You're covering up everything with just lots and lots of garlic.
Very aromatic in that aspect.
Yeah,
Hope you're hungry.
We enter. There's definitely probably a serious demeanor to everyone's face versus like how we would normally enter. At least there is. Well, Christian looks the same pretty much all the time. So there's not really a difference there, but maybe with Tarben and Markos.
Well, Christian looks Christian-y.
Yo, what's why you guys look like you just saw a ghost?
Did they not pay us?
Did we not get paid? We spent literally everything we had left on these groceries because I thought we was getting paid.
You don't worry about payments.
As Tarben wings that bag of gold with the top open so that it hits the counter, splashes across where the food is.
Okay, so you got paid. That's good.
We got paid. We also got our next assignment.
Right on. Yeah. Where's
Okay. Where's the punchline?
I guess the good news is it's not in the ocean this time.
That just seems like news.
Bad news is, bud, it's in your home.
It's here? In Old Provoco?
No, not your home here with us, but where you're from.
Oh.
In Bog Hollow.
Oh.
As Tarben moves forward and pulls up a stool so he can sit right beside you in your apron. And you know it's grave because he puts a paw up on your shoulder.
Kind of push a chair up like right behind him because he kind of looks a little shaky.
This I'm feeling a lot coming on right now.
I need you to brace yourself, friend.
Take a seat.
Because you came with me to my home. And you know what I'm up against there. I'm not gonna gild it for you, friend. Home for you is grim, like home for me was grim.
Like that sentence right there, you see his eyes get really big, thinking back to what your island looked like with just that barren wasteland, and that contrast with what he remembers the swamplands to look like with that imagery makes his eyes get real wide.
We've been through it, so I won't sugarcoat it. You're analytical, so I'll give you the facts and you can make your decision from there. But King Viscera is no longer in control of the salt marshes. Villagers have taken up worship of another beast. Something not from this plane, something not from Bog Hollow. Something from the Fae that straddles both the Fae in our realm.
Yeah, and another one of these animals the Theris brought, right?
This one is a little more in depth than the Froghemoth. This one very much has an agenda. It likes pain, it likes rot, it likes corruption. It thrives on walking through the swamp with its long neck and its gigantic horns, club-like tail. Flies love the rot it leaves it behind. Unfortunately, the salt marshes have taken up worship of this creature. Its corruption is spreading.
Worship? What do you mean worship? Like they're not dying from it, but
It will die for it.
It's corrupting them, their hearts and minds. It's got an influence over them. As we understand it, they're no longer farming the land, but each other.
No, that doesn't sound right. Those people, they've seen all sorts of bad corruption come through. That's resilient people. That doesn't sound right.
It is
I'm just
barely
gonna kind
their
of lean over
choice.
and put a hand on it, but we can fix them, right? That's what we do. We go and we fix things.
I just shoot a look at Tarben and Markos.
Fixing other people is not our goal. The finding of the source of this corruption, this Grunfeiler as it calls itself, is our target.
We're unsure if they can be saved, but that is a secondary objective. But we think that if we find the target and eliminate it, that could, like Tarben said, I won't sugarcoat it. We don't know if people can be saved, if they can be averted.
That's where we
There's
need
not
you,
enough
bud.
information.
The powers that be are withholding this information getting out into the public. They are concerned that public opinion will sway and might cut off Boghala forever. Currently, King Viscera has no trade routes. They are completely cut off. It is not just the salt marshes. They are only the beginning. They are worried about what kind of corruption will spread from this creature. King Tonga is worried that the brackish waters that it spreads now can connect even to the deep below. They may not be the same, but they are cut from a similar cloth. We will try to save who we can save. But the longer that this thing is allowed to roam about the swamp, the more we will lose. A high bounty has been set on cleansing the swamp.
And
but this is
Sure,
worth
sure,
far
money's
more than
good,
any
but-
bounty.
So you're also saying that this is taken over the swamp marshes. All those people?
It
They're
hasn't
just-
gotten to Boghala proper yet, but it is encroaching quickly. Has them cut off.
And just so all the cards are on the table, we know we're actively helping you with your guild investigate and search for your mark, but there is zero seen connection to this creature or entity. This is a completely separate thing.
Wait, so this is not one of Theris's escapees?
King Tonga believes that Grunfeiler has crossed over because of the constant traffic in between the Fae and the material plane, that it has left a portal. He and the council are most worried that Grunfeiler could be thinning the veil even more between the most corrupted parts of the Fae. At that point, we will not be containing a mess. We'll be trying to stop an exploding dam.
Man. So we've got this thing that's just consuming the people that I know. And it's because of Theris. Maybe. And I have to. And I really feel like we was getting on a lead with Theris, but I can't focus on that. this is a lot. You just see him just kind of rubbing his temples. How long is it? Do we know how long this has been going on? Is this new, or is this been going on for at least a little while?
It has been one of the 4 disturbances that King Tonga spoke about. The 2 other disturbances have not been identified yet. This is the second.
Oh, man, there is this thing tightening in my stomach right now, and it does not feel good. I just, the thought of even going back there, and Big Viz is connected with this. He asked for help.
He asked for the help because he is cut off from the rest of the world, and he has created this problem. King Tonga repeatedly issued that we will deal with King Viscera after this Grunfeiler. Whatever has brought hard times from King Viscera's reign must be held accountable for part of this corruption.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, this isn't really much of a choice for me. I know too many families over there. I have to see what's happening. I don't know what to tell the Violet Veil. I mean,
your
I don't wanna lose
investigation does not end. We will continue to help you with the clues. We know how much it means to you.
What Markos said is, although unlikely, improbable, there is still so little information I asked, I looked, but there's very little information coming from there. There could be a connection. This could be something that ties. Unlikely, but we specifically need you because you're from there and you know. And this is not a quick trip. This will take time.
It's not even quick getting there. That's funny that you would say that you need me though, because I was literally just about to ask you alls if you could help me. I mean, it almost feels like it's my fault to a point. Because, you know, if maybe I would have done better, kept Big Viz from holding on to those reins and turning Bog Hollow into what it is now, maybe there'd have been somebody there that could actually have been keeping track of this stuff and looking out for the peoples that live there. But instead, now we've left with, you know, this giant moose thing. And that feels like my fault for not stopping that to begin with. Letting some dingleberry be in charge.
But you can't take that on yourself no more than I can take Thermonder's reign and Caliban. You and I share one thing. We were both exiled. What happens when we leave is not our responsibility, but it doesn't mean we can't help when things go sideways. Don't torture yourself on what could have been and what wasn't. Look at what we have now and how we can affect change. This is where we steal each other and fight the good fight because it's the fight to do. This is now. If you were on the inside, who's to say the Grunfiler wouldn't have taken your mind as well?
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that.
But this thing literally appeared in the middle of the swamps with no warning, no possibility for anybody nearby. That's how it's able to spread so quickly. This is not your doing by any stretch of the imagination. But we can do something about it now.
And you guys are all down to go?
Of course we are. Why do you guys keep assuming we're not gonna do this together?
I'm a warden and a dragon knight. It's my duty to do this.
You guys hear a
What he meant
loud
to say was
knock
we're family.
at the front door.
Bud jumps. Like at all this conversation, he literally jumps out of his chair and onto the roof. You see him like hold onto the shanty like, who's it?
I'll go to the door. I'll have my hand on the hilt of my sword, and I will do the creak crack open to see who's outside.
Roll a perception check.
We're all kind of on edge. We've been attacked in our own home too many times.
36.
Ooh.
36. This will be a private roll.
Oh boy. You came knocking on our door. Come on, knock on our door.
Window. It's
We've been waiting for you.
Rolled a 3.
Oh, wow. Plus 18. Let's go.
There is a dagger that is jammed on the door with a letter. And you see the trail end of someone running off before they dart up into the alley. Humanoid, black clothing before they enter into the shadows.
Is this similar to like the Unspoken like wardrobe, or
I've given you all the detail that I can give you.
can I take off after the individual?
Yes, you can.
I have experience tracker, so I'm able to move at my full speed while tracking, but I just take a penalty, a less penalty to do so, to be able to move quickly.
You need to add up your distance. You also have your bands of athleticism that give you extra 10 feet on this.
Mm-hmm. So it's so I have a base 25, but I also have a feat that gives me an extra 5. I think so. At least it did, unless it changed. Oh, I have so much. Nope, catfall just helps me fall.
Got your things?
Well, yeah, so it's, what, 30 plus 10 for that, so it would just be 35. I had a plus 5, but I don't know where it's at, so.
Fleet is your general feat.
Oh, yeah, there it is. 5. So it's 30 plus 10 would be 40 feet of movement then. Thank you. I just looked past it like 8 times. Like, I know I have something that makes me faster. So yeah, my normal move speed is 30 plus the 10 from that would be 40.
All right. There's going to be a 3 dice challenge.
Mm-hmm.
On this 3 dice challenge, because of your perception check on the first and your own natural ability here, you have 2 advantage rolls.
Okay.
Taking off in a dead sprint. Because of your experience tracker, I'm going to put you within distance as the rest of you guys see Mr. Tien bolt out the front door. Does anyone follow his just dead run out?
Holy crap, where'd he go? Yeah, Bud jumps off the ceiling chandelier and then starts running after him. I do not have that same type of
really
speed.
Weird dude.
All right.
But I can very, very much track Christian. I don't have the same speed as him, but now I see him, I can mark him as my target, so my tracking on him can be very solid.
And I don't have my helmet on.
More aerodynamic.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and have a conversation that's serious with my helmet on. So it's like, it was on the table. He slammed the dagger in the door. I didn't even look at the note or whatever it was. I was just like, like,
That's right.
No, you didn't.
All right. Unspoken
Have we
first
taken
roll.
the note yet?
25.
Okay, is this athletics?
Yes, this is athletics, and I will put that on everybody. Sorry.
Wow, not a great roll. Not a great roll from them.
33.
33. You were going to catch up. You're within 10 feet. As this unspoken looks back, Christian giving it hell. They're going to look up and they're going to vault with an acrobatics and try to get up on top of the nearest roof. Acrobatics check.
Guys.
Oh, rolling so weak. Just gets up on this roof. Rolls a little bit. Catches his feet. Keeps going. Just makes the DC to get up on the roof.
All right, acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Okay. And then it's a 3-1 and I have 2 advantages, right? So
Yep.
it's not as good as my athletics, so I'll definitely roll the advantage. Oh no. Is there a reroll thing? Is it down? It was just a saving throw, right? Not a relentless or whatever.
So we did somebody did roll a luck earlier, so there is a luck that got added into the party hand.
I'm gonna catch this mother trucker. I'm gonna use it. Or at least try.
You gonna use that luck?
Yeah. If you guys
Let's go!
Yeah, dude.
All right, acrobatics. Just one roll now, right?
Right.
Yep.
Let's go.
Vaulting yourself back up on the roof. That unspoken looks back. Looks forward. Is going to make another jump as it's crossing tiles. Jumps across over to another roof. Athletics check.
Oh, that two is so close.
27.
You got one last advantage.
Come on, baby. Oh no! It was
Double 4s.
It was 2 4s. Double 4s. Why?
So I didn't want to intercede with this, but so I've been trying to follow. I haven't made any of the rolls yet because I didn't want to jump in on the dice roll piece. But should I roll to see if I was able to at least even catch up to this point?
Roll to see if you get a nat 20.
Okay. Hey, it's worth. You never know. Very close.
Oh.
I saw it for a second.
Is there any other card that you could use?
Indom is
That's a saving throw, though. Yeah, not a skill check. Trying to see if there's anything else I have. I don't think there's anything. Oh wait. I got one more thing. So, as I go to run and I go to jump off, my vision fades for a second, and I see the outcome of me landing short and basically like all those movies where you land at the chest and then you hit and then you fall backwards. As I use my feat that I can use once a day, Vision of Foresight, to re-roll a skill check or a saving throw that I fail.
Yes.
So Rashawn gives me a vision that I will mess this up.
Neo.
So,
Have you added your +3 to your modifier for your athletics?
yes, I have.
Okay.
Okay.
I did do that. So,
Vision of Force.
so I'll try. So
Wait a minute. You
Yeah.
can slide that in there.
Oh my god.
Sometimes chat is my best weapon.
Vision of Foreskin. So yeah, I will roll one last time for athletics.
27,
Come on, baby.
still the mark to beat.
Oh! Almost critical on that.
Grab him by his little ankles.
as you are done in this foot race, as you push yourself back up and you propel yourself with one last jump and just spear tackle this guy into the side of the roof, like just the tiles going down till you hit the side and have him pinned, him hanging his body over the side. You just have him grappled by the torso of his armor.
If you have a message, you can tell it to me directly.
And he's gonna loosen up his garb.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Are you sure?
Oh, such a straight face, dude. That was terrifying.
Well, I'm just trying to remember because the first guy, didn't he do the same thing? And then like he like had a pill or something that like
He did. He tried to kill himself. That's what I was gonna say. Like, if I
is it the same motion
as
as the first one? That like
No.
is that the same thing? No, it's not. Okay. No,
The way you saw it looked like it though.
I won't because I just want to give him the opportunity to potentially speak to me.
And he lowers part of that dark scarf over his face. And you see those fangs drop down. We're ready to talk.
Yeah, while this is happening, can I take the note off the door and look at it? As he's taking off and going there, can I go ahead and grab the dagger?
Hi,
and
it's
the note
us,
while
the
he's-
unspoken. Let's chat. It's like
Absolutely take the note off.
Hey, what does it say?
certain thieves can't. Nobody can read it.
You see in Sylvan a short handwritten note. Can you read Sylvan?
No.
Krak does have my glasses that I would Bud left, but Krak does have the magnifying glass.
So Krak.
I'm kind of looking at it and turning it sideways, like trying to figure out what kind of.
Krak walks up behind Akiko, like just casually chewing on an apple. What you got there?
Well, I mean, I at least wanted to see what he had to say. I don't know. You take a look at it. And I just kind of like toss it back towards him as I'm like looking at this Assassin's Creed magic that's happening in front of me.
You hand me the letter. I hand you the apple. And then I reach in my bag and I take out a vial of where is it?
You just have a Kool-Aid for everything?
Yeah, I do.
No, he used this to decipher the
He's
the
Krak,
cage.
man. You know, he's our resident drug dealer. He's got something for all the needs.
And he definitely uses that apple to smoke out of some stuff too.
That's why it tastes different.
There it is.
That's
Comprehension
just his-
elixir. Real quick, craft that. Hate that I have to do it like this. And then held. Then use it. There we go. So now I can read it.
As the Sylvish words form into common, and easy to read, the unspoken are willing to negotiate. You know where to find us.
And I turn to Akiko and go, sounds like people want to talk to us. You know those those bad dudes that were like trying to kill Mr. Tian a couple weeks ago?
Well, I'm pretty sure they tried to kill all of us, but yeah.
Right, yeah, yes.
I think at one point they did kill Tarben.
Just once?
That time just once.
Apparently they want to talk.
To us?
Yeah. That's what the letter says. Super short. I mean,
Does it say where?
It says that we know where.
But we don't. It doesn't say where.
It doesn't specifically state where. It just says we know where. It literally says you know where to find us.
Huh.
Back on
Should we
top
just
of the
wait
roof.
for them to come back?
Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious that they went through all this trouble and all this work, and all they had to do was read the note.
And then, yeah, on top of the roof, as I'm holding this guy dangling off of a rooftop. And why should I believe
sitting
you?
on the porch and like kind of just like looking over at them.
We have no choice. You can look and you can just see this individual looks super malnutrition. Just down to the bone.
Is it Dresden?
And as you say that name, you can kind of see it like avoids eye gaze, and almost as if you're shining a light towards it. It is all of them.
All of who? Be specific.
Some boundaries we cannot cross. We know you seek Theris. So do we.
I feel like right at that moment, maybe Bud was able to make his way up onto the roof out of breath and hears the word Theris. Did he just say he knows Theris?
He doesn't speak much. But apparently they want to meet.
Well, I've got my manacles if we want to take him back for more questioning. Wow, he looks so frail.
Or you just sent to deliver the message and that was it?
You feel his wrist dislocate.
My grip? It's like
They're so frail that literally you can hear the crunch of his wrist dislocate just as you're holding him.
Oh.
What's your plan here?
I'll die here if you don't let me up.
Remember my grace. And I will pick him up off of the ledge and let him get back onto the roof.
You notice he's not going anywhere. His ankle is sideways. Is this enough for you and your grace?
What are you doing here?
I'm not going to talk to you on this roof anymore. You know where to find us.
I'm not normally one to offer this, but I don't know. I've got a lot going on in my head tonight. I just made a huge feast of food back. Would you be interested in coming back for a plate of food? Maybe we can, talk this all out, figure out what's going on.
But
he drops his fangs and looks at you and rolls his eyes.
I just point to my
Well, it was worth the shot. I'm hungry.
I'll discuss with the group. We do know where to find you. But if it's a trick, some sort of play, Dresden, I'll finish the job this time.
He kind of winces as you say Dresden again. We have been severed from Master.
Oh, well, now that's interesting.
Why?
And you can tell there's this bout of frustration. We don't know. We don't know anything.
So who's in charge?
Can we get off of this roof, please?
Sure. And I will help him down. But as I do that, and I've been talking to him, I'm using my aura sight, because, cool dragon things. And you got to use the stuff that you have. So, I'm going to use my aura sight to, focus on the creature and see its attitude towards me, its current emotional state, its physical health, all that stuff I can kind of read. But I want to know if it's being deceptive towards me or not.
Roll a perception check with advantage.
Ho, 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 ho,
37.
37. Its mannerisms of not wanting to speak, of Dresden being very confused. It doesn't seem like it's the same unspoken assassins that tried to kill you weeks ago.
Yeah, I think the biggest one is that it actually spoke to me. So that was the first thing. I was like, oh, you're actually speaking. Oh, okay. I will help them down from the roof since they got a busted ankle. And I will... What's your name?
As he pulls up his sleeve, and shows you just a series of numbers in Sylvan burnt into his arm. I rose with no name. we were unspoken. Till now.
And now it appears you're the forgotten.
It's a good one.
Well,
It's good.
let's see if we can get you remembered. I will help him or them back towards where they were going until they get to a point where they're like, okay, I can go from here.
As you're kind of hobbling, carrying him, I need something.
You got to use your words, friend.
He wants to feed.
As he flashes his fangs again over to you and rolls his eyes.
Ain't getting none of this.
You can't even get a rat or a cat.
Looks down at his leg. No. Can you get me one?
Look at Bud.
Bud's already not looking at you, looking for some sort of quarry around. He's got his bow out, drawn, looking for a cat, some sort of juicy
Looks back
critter.
at you and goes, not biting a cat.
Oh, you get to be picky now with your food.
Only he was this talkative when we killed all those possums.
Oh, it's 23 for what I can see around.
Survival check. So good news.
Survival. Sorry.
As you do that, I just tell him I could have been open to it, but
Same
my
number.
blood's different.
You're not my type anyway.
I bet you Dresden remembers me.
He kind of recoils back. If the shoe was on the other foot, I wonder if you'd be so bold.
That's why I'm helping you. And why I'm willing to talk. He glances down at his wrist with the numbers. Bud, any luck?
Arrow next to a trash can.
Yeah, I think we got something. I go over and grab out whatever I was able to stick it with my arrow.
Oh yeah, you're able to get a Merrowstrand rat.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
size, double fister.
Oh yeah, that's a juicy one. He like really hams it up as he's walking over there. Wait, hey, don't get away from me! Come over here. Grabs it, and just smacks it on the head.
That wouldn't fit in Tormund's prison pocket.
Oh yeah, it's just about the right size for Tormund.
Got a deep pocket in there.
I tried to keep most of the blood inside of it, and he goes and hands it over to Christian.
Here.
You can see just latches onto this thing, and that rat almost turns phase white. It's like as short as a
It's like
Capri
golf ball to a
Sun.
garden hose.
As he throws it up against the wall, as it hits and slops down, you can hear as his ankle goes back into place. And just a little bit of color returns to his skin, but you can still see him holding his shoulder and his wrist. As you all walk back. towards your house. The rest of you, wide-eyed and surprised that this white hair, red-eyed, unspoken vampire thrall stops at your doorsteps. You forget, it's not as if I can just walk in.
Oh, really? This thing? Oh, but I'll get on the other side of the doorway. I invite you in.
No. Once you start with one, then they all come, and it's just a nightmare. We only have so much food, man.
We need this one to give us some information. And besides,
Specify that it's just him. Make it like more of a contract.
Pointing back at the note, they already told us what they want. They just want to go on a date.
Well, our friend here shed some light that apparently they're disconnected from our vampire friend who went off to the Fae.
Isn't that a good thing?
Not for them.
Master Dresden created us. Theros controlled us. We have no purpose. We have no memories of our previous life. We've been left with nothing. And all that we remember are all of you.
You said Theros controlled you. Dresden sired you. You know where Theros is?
No.
how did he control you?
Arcane means put missions inside of our head. To disrupt order within the political factions and inside the guilds.
When was the last time you got one of these orders?
We realized when the magic severed. Sometime after we retreated from the docks. It's like it just didn't exist anymore. Like a dream. Could barely remember what was there before each fading night wanes. We did not choose this life. What was my life before? What have they done to me? Surely my family, if I had some kind of a family who thinks that I'm dead now. What if I had a wife? What if I had kids? I don't know. And I must live as this. Why bother give me free will? It is worse than being in the prison of undead. We do not want to live this way. We have no thoughts except for inflicting the same pain that we feel onto the men that created us.
And how many are in your number?
Eight chose to walk into the sun. 7 remain. Five. Well, 4 have refused to eat until I injured myself.
Hmm.
2 wish to live.
I think we could have a meeting. As I glanced to the group.
Everybody in this 7 that remains shares this similar sentiment of you.
I don't know how to convey to you any more of our situation.
An insight on it.
Seems like a desperate man.
Yeah. I mean, this is
We
the
can
closest-
barely remember why we woke up this morning. Some remember your faces. We don't know why. Our will was not our own. But I know this. If we all walk into the sun, and there's Galerum receives one less dagger in his side. And so, does him.
My thought is to go to the dock, gather with the others, try to recall and get any information you can, memories, places, locations, people. If you want, there's. So do we. And in that, we're aligned. We can help.
Gentlemen, there's a lot on our plates right now. We're going to have to make a choice. We need to begin our preparations for our mission.
You guys couldn't have come yesterday? Today was the day you had to do this? Ah! Bud just kind of turns and walks back into the kitchen.
Markos looks back at Tarben. We're going to have to make a choice.
My choice has been made for me. I follow King Tonga's orders. I feel these individuals allies they might be, not ones we can help now.
It may not be that easy. As the camera zooms out with a looming decision for the zoo to make on how they prioritize their time first.
Aye, order.
We will pick up there in a week's time as you have to stew over it.
Ah!
I want to stew. I don't want to marinate.
We just supposed
So
to
we've got there's
Kill this vampire, make bone broth, and I'm going to Boghala.
Yeah,
I got just to make sure my brain's all in the right place. We've got Akiko's boat ride that was supposed to happen in 6 days from now.
I was literally going to say, Akiko, you need to cancel your boat plans.
Yeah, as soon as y'all said stuff about Boghala, I was like, man,
We've got
my teacher's gonna think I'm lying. I'm gonna need somebody to go with me because
I need an adult. It's like, I
need an adult.
sign my field trip permission slip.
What we do is we charter the boat to Boghala. And
No, they don't got that boat, man. These guys got left. These guys are on their own.
no. He's saying, he's saying
they can be the
Akiko's boat.
porters.
Oh yeah. There we go. They can just
If
roll
you
with
don't
us.
think that we're fan boating in there, you're sadly mistaken.
You're sadly mistaken.
Run through the jungle.
So, and then we have the Theris Galerum lead now that just got presented in front of us, and then the ask from King Tonga, taking us to Boghala.
Yeah.
I think
And
those are
somewhere in the hodgepodge of that, Dresden is doing something because we're gonna see him again probably multiple times.
But he's out of contact from his thrall. We don't know. They don't know, man. It's crazy.
All these guys.
Galadrim is looking for Theris Galerum as well.
Yeah. So it's a race, technically.
It is a race.
So my thought, two quick things, right? Is either A, Theris is dead, and that's why the magic stopped, that he got killed, or he's definitely not in a great place to be able to control magic and is probably hiding out or something.
I feel like if you have the same amount of magic that you can put ideas into somebody's head, you can just end that connection when it's no longer useful to you.
Sure.
And it's not useful to you anymore when there's no leader, when they don't have Dresden.
Yeah, I just like the fact that he got ganked somewhere, and we're gonna find this undead corpse. Something.
What I
just,
think, I was thinking Dresden is who got ganked. I think Dresden is who got ganked.
See, I was thinking the other way around. I was thinking Dresden ganked him and was because he was the sire. I'm like, I don't know, man. There's so many possibilities.
Dresden was seen leaving the abandoned galleon inside Galadriel, so he is confirmed to, at least as of episode 1,
of Galadriel,
was still alive there. Because I rolled the nat 20 on perception and saw him leave.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what we're supposed to do for them.
Well, I don't
What are we supposed to
necessarily
do for these people?
I don't necessarily care about them per se. I just care about the information they might have that helps us.
I know the whole thing about
Adam as a person kind of cares because
but you're a monster. Maybe we
but
shouldn't
not by
let you go
choice,
back.
right? Are you a monster if it wasn't by choice? But it's
You want to take that risk?
Christian is I'll just cut all your heads off. I don't really care, but you might have information that we need. So
how about you
I'm gonna
wake
be
up as a
nice to you.
swamp vampire and not remember anything and be forced to be undead?
I can understand that perspective, especially Christian being one that hunts a lot of macabre creatures and infected people and all that stuff that he's done. He understands their plight. He resonates with it. Does he necessarily care deeply? No, but they might have information that would be beneficial to us.
I think what we should do is, without Rob, we should either get online at least an hour early before episode, or do another figure out. But no, I'm serious. We should probably all get together at a point to really talk.
I've already got it figured out for us. I'm gonna go to the docks.
Got it.
You like a couple of you are gonna go fight the
party.
Go to Boghala. Akiko's gonna go to the other Gladrillon, and we're just gonna do it all at once.
Wait,
Yeah.
And now Mr. Teen's plan comes to fruition. Getting rid of Akiko.
Yeah. Nah, it's good stuff. This is man. There's so many pulse points. It's real interesting now to see what.
Screw you, Rob.
What's happening?
Dude, these are some cyberpunk decisions. There's nothing that ends well here.
No.
Somebody is getting
None of them
seriously.
are good. All of them are bad decisions.
Yeah.
Yes. Every ending leads to just absolute every time.
You understand now that whatever verbiage was placed in their minds about neophyte, and those were ideals that Theros have planted. So
that was big reveal, honestly, for like true fact now that we know.
Yeah.
And you know that them being
thought it was all
unspoken was purely arcane means to try to keep them under wraps, that they've been dumping Dresden's little feeding party
right
over here. So whatever relationship Dresden and Theros Galarum worked out was a mutually beneficial relationship of,
you give me thralls, I use those thralls to do the things that I need to do in the world, and you get more of your vampire army.
yes. Who knows? Maybe you just rock a coven with you for a little bit.
I do. So, and that's the thing, is I do feel like there is some opportunity for us to, brainstorm some ideas.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm sure we won't try to get eaten at night when we sleep, when the thirst overtakes them.
Stop inviting them in.
You just gotta feed it plenty of bog hollow rats. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of Tormund crotch rat.
All of them want to come in. And,
Also, wait,
problem.
so did I pick that up right? He was one of the 5 that was choosing to not eat, and we just broke his vow of
he couldn't walk, so it was
my
like,
bad. My bad.
yeah,
That
yes,
one's on me.
yeah.
Kinda,
Tackle me so rough, Christian.
quick back. More than what I thought. Originally, I was planning on as I was jumping, pulling out my sword and pinning him to the roof. but I was like, we'll just go here. We'll go with this.
If you would have pinned him, then the only way it would have been like, you got to give me some blood, or I'm
dead.
I'm gonna pin out and just let the sun take me.
I probably would have, but my blood's holy, man. It's pure,
But over there saying, you ain't getting none of this.
Yeah.
That's why you can have some of mine. They've already eaten most of me.
Yeah, closing point to my thoughts or statements in the episode is that this all happens right after this bombshell gets dropped for Bud, where it's hey Bud, let's have a conversation in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The dog's going out back.
Hey, buddy.
Right.
Uncle Christian is killing Big Red.
Very big kudos to you guys for trying to navigate that. That felt like that was a very sweet.
It was a team effort. Yeah, it was a very good team effort.
How do you tell your
good.
friend that his home is not going to be his home if we don't do something about it? And it's there's so many people that deserve to get punched in the face that you can't get to. King Vis, Theros Galarum. There's all these people you can't get to just yet because the shitstorm looming in front of you is so large, and your moral decision sits there.
Bud hates that anybody calls him King Viz. He will always be Big Viz.
Oh yeah,
and that is all he ever wants to refer to him as.
Oh, I love it. No, I think it's interesting that if we do choose that, no matter what, like you said, the cyberpunk, there will be major consequences to whatever actions we take. And
which feels good in the sense that you can't be wrong, you can't be right, so you're just always gonna be wrong. So it doesn't.
What does it say? It's the only wrong action is inaction, because inaction means death. So
That is
That
a
is the
saying.
most Christian thing
I was gonna bring it out, baby. I was gonna bring it out. I had it ready,
Lord.
and then the dagger came to the door. I literally thought that same thing. I was like, "This is what I'm gonna tell Bud," and then I was like, "Shoomp," and then I was like, "I see you, mother trucker."
You know, my shit is easy. I've got orders. So you know what?
Yeah,
Y'all decide what you want to do. I'm working
technically
this
I need
direction.
to as a warden, but you know, how am I supposed to sleep, man?
Can we have another like 4 hours, please?
Is it
I would
Tuesday?
love
I
to.
can't do that.
Is
I
it
can't do
Tuesday
that.
yet?
Oh, it's a long
Is it
time to
Tuesday?
stew.
Ugh.
Speaking of stew,
On that note, we'll
house
see
is
you in
burned
2
down.
weeks. Love y'all. Take care. What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for Merrowstrand, episode 26.
it's Tuesday. It's
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
26, one of the most worthless birthdays ever.
What?
I feel like there's a story there that I don't know if we can
wait
go
a
into on
minute.
stream.
I mean, everything except for this last birthday was the worst birthday ever. So
Oh,
just
get
put
out
that
of
out
here.
there.
Tell
know,
me
man. I
about
think
your
birthday sucked.
previous life.
Could have been better. Adam's like 1 out of 10. Could have been better.
Well, Timmy, if you'd start living your life as a gay woman. Oh,
Actually,
man.
I'd do it as a gay frog because of the water.
Makes the freaking frogs die.
What riveting conversation.
Oh.
Hey, there it is.
This is what you wait all week for. Shut up.
No.
I hate it so much.
Wow, chat. Look at
I-
you. You
I
look pretty
do.
out there.
I really do.
Hey, chat.
I really do. Who's got big announcements they want to let the community know about before we get started?
TwitchCon, baby.
Oh.
You can find me at the Beacon booth this weekend. I will be working there until my feet fall off. So, if you want to have a schedule a meeting with the Beacon dudes, they're for whatever reason, whether you want to chat with them about sponsorship or buying product or what the product actually is, come talk to me. I'll schedule you in. You'll be good to go.
When are they gonna do their bacon marketing campaign? And if they're not doing it,
Beacon bacon?
why? Because
Beacon
beacon,
bacon.
I feel like
Well, they are Canadian, so it would be fake bacon.
Oh.
Canadian beacon bacon. What? It's like
It's
Beacon
just
bacon.
ham. It's just ham. That's all it is.
Okay.
Isn't that what bacon is? It's just ham?
You know how awesome
know.
that would be in the middle of a
Bacon
con
tastes
floor
different
to
than
get just a
ham.
nice thick slice of ham?
I mean, I'm not a marketing
You gotta like
genius,
stamp the
but
logo in there too.
oh, little
Yeah, you want
beacon
like burners?
logo
Little
stamp
beacon-
for your
Hold on,
bacon.
hold on. I'll get the guy. Hold on.
Bacon stamp.
Back it up.
All the genius that just pours out of this show every single week.
And you could have him there at the grill flipping bacon at the station. I mean, this come
He
on.
is kind of bacon-like.
He's kind of bacon-like.
He's got a bacon.
I just immediately went to like food, friends, family, beacon baked beans.
You can't go all.
It's like,
It doesn't taste very good though.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't look
Yeah,
like it
Amanda
tastes
requested
good.
a bigger one, and they sent us a life-size one.
I'm even more sad that I'm not going now.
Oh, buddy.
My little dude's around here
Put mine back
somewhere.
on my shelf. Yeah, he's on my
But
shelf behind the.
I should potentially be going to BlizzCon. So we'll see. But if you're going to BlizzCon, I'll be there.
I'm also going to there, and I just found out somebody else is going to party with us.
That's me. That's me.
I kind of assumed
He's in the
you went.
area, and we're just at the hotel.
I just Anaheim is literally like 30 minutes away, so I just.
Well, I'm gonna be there with my boss, so
BlizzCon is like a
it's
10-day
gonna be a little-
party with like a 2-day convention.
Yeah, true. Oh, and I'll also be at PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, plugged.
Oh, sweet. You're going to be at Unplugged.
Yep.
Cakes and pies. Cakes and
I'm
pies.
actually going. So I'm not going for work. I'm going for fun. But I'm actually gonna be with the Magi RPG crew. So we might be doing some
fun.
streams and some other stuff there. So should be a good time. But yeah, I'll be there. But those are the only announcements I have.
Man, wait till you see the hotel that I'm at for
For
PAX
Christain?
Unplugged.
Oh,
Well, we got this big Airbnb. It's weird and awesome.
Mine is definitely an inn.
Mine is definitely an inn.
Like a Days Inn.
Red Lion.
I think I might still have some of their ashtrays lying around here.
Hey, fresh coat of paint, baby. That's
Woo-wee.
sold me. Fresh coat of paint.
There
Hey,
ain't
send
lead
me
in
a
the
photo
paint.
from the front of the Red Lion.
Hey, it's, we're saving on that stay.
You are. I just hope you don't come back with some communicable disease.
Like I said, fresh paint, yo.
Lead on the walls and in my heart.
Oh God. I actually have one thing. I actually have a stream announcement this week for the first time in forever. Since I do my 2 streams a week on my channel for Jackbox, I've got my first code in forever from the Jackbox folks. It dropped me the new Party Pack 10 that arrives on Thursday. We will be doing that on stream Friday at 5 o'clock if you want to check out that new.
Heck yeah.
That
No.
new. It's a
very
good time.
excited.
Wait,
Swing
Friday
by.
at what
It's
time?
a good time.
5 o'clock Pacific.
You do it 5. Yeah, your normal time. Okay.
I might, depending on how crazy things get, try and do a launch on Thursday and see if anybody shows up. But it'll be definitely getting into all the new stuff for at least an hour. At least an hour on Friday.
The Jack Master.
Truly.
I'll go Jack with you.
Dude, I love when you
Yes,
show up
you
for
guys
Jack
said
Feisty.
I'm here to wreak havoc.
Over here we
Places
have
and doing things.
D&D tomorrow with Stormforge, and then we're off for the rest of the week as I will also be in TwitchCon Vegas, and I'll be all over the place, so who knows where you'll be able to find me or not. But
on the floor.
I will definitely cheers a Voodoo Ranger if I'm out and
Don't
about.
worry, guys. I'll be home to take care of everyone. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to save that money.
I'll be
In
there
the
with
great
you.
words of Little Dicky. We're going to save that money.
We're gonna watch Jackbox games with radio on Friday.
Yeah.
Viking.
Watch how you're
Yeah.
going to play. We're all going to get in on. There's new TKO, which I'm dying to get in.
Jake Hill on Thursday though, and I'm really excited for that because he's been singing his Dixon Dallas songs. I know a lot of people have heard those from TikTok and stuff, and I am so excited for this.
Down in Dallas. In New Mexico.
There is
Anyway.
no ad-friendly way to expand on this.
Nope.
Nope, that's it.
Quick fun side story: when I was home last, my brother got extremely intoxicated and drank that at karaoke at this like hole in the wall bar, and no one knew anything about it, and he was just up there just going because he was just wasted, and everyone's like, "What is this dude singing?" It
I
was
bet you the person hosting
incredible.
karaoke got that request and was like, "Oh, this is going to be
This is-
glorious."
this is gonna
I'm
work
pretty
out.
sure he just recorded it the whole time, along
Oh,
with
I'm
like
sure.
half the bar.
Yeah.
So,
Fantismo. Picking up where we left off last week.
gasps in Spanish.
Numero 26. Set out with a bounty from King Tonga to eliminate the fey creatures that have spilled out from the galleon that has ran amok and away from Merrowstrand. Unbeknownst to you, leaving fey creatures littered throughout Merrowstrand You guys took on the first bounty, unbeknownst to you, finding not one, but two of your quarry merged together at the hip. You guys were able to dispatch this mutated Froghemoth in style. We pick up the moments after the stalk of your prey. Fresh off looking what might be in the belly of the beast. The scene is yours.
I can't believe we just did that. That was nuts.
That was something.
Now we're gonna see what it's been eating. Who wants to help me split this thing open and see what's in its gullet?
Why do you want to see that?
I mean, I am not opposed to that idea.
You can build a gullet bomb.
I can help you, Tarben.
I have one request before we start going too crazy on these things. I don't know if maybe somebody can help me. I'm very interested as to how these two Froghemoths became one. This seems, I don't know, very unnatural. And before we get too mutilated with it, maybe we could do a little kind of investigating on it. And I don't know, anybody who's got a doctorate or, you know, anatomy expertise.
Like a really high nature chick.
Only thing I know about anatomy is that when you slice the outside and the inside comes out, that's usually when you win.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I've never seen anything connected like this before, and I don't know if was it magically joined together? Did it happen just? Is it
Maybe
just a freak of nature?
Defect? Do you think they did it on purpose?
That's what I don't know. Was this?
So, why did they even drop it out here?
Well, I don't think they wanted it dropped. I think that was a part of this whole thing. Is these kind of escaped from the galleon? I guess we don't really know, but
what did they want with it then?
Why were they trying to get shells into the city?
There's a lot we don't know.
I have an anatomy question, bud.
Okay.
Do you turn into that?
No.
Yes.
There's no, if it bit you, would you become that?
I don't want to find that out. That's for sure. Look at me. I look way too pretty to turn into that. I mean, look, its eyes are my eyes are nice and spaced apart. Those eyes are all connected on one weird,
they're spaced
strand.
apart, all right.
Yeah, it's the perfect, symmetry is my eyes.
I bet that thing's got incredible peripheral vision.
I don't think it has a blind spot, actually.
Do you have a blind spot? Right in the middle?
Actually, it's a little bit of a problem, especially that I shoot a bow. I have to really, I'm basically just a one-eyed shooter.
Holy shit, we've never thought about this.
I didn't either, not until he brought it up. But
I was looking at
my
your picture,
God.
I was like, I feel like there's a gap in the
Oh
middle.
my
that's
God.
There's this little blurry blind spot.
This whole
don't
time
rely on me to shoot with both eyes, okay? I'm a one-eyed shooter. I can do one or the other, but I can't do both at the same time.
Oh, that's so creepy. He's looking at what he shoots and somebody else the same time. Oh, that's the side eye of doom.
You're like the crab from Moana. Just pick an eye. Love, just pick an eye.
There's a lot of scenes that we didn't explore in previous combats where with me and Akiko were back off from the battle, and every time I shot a shot, I just winked at Akiko with my other eye.
You weren't winking at me. You were just trying to see. Confidence.
Someday when you're